welcome to a very special broadcast. Firstly, we'd like to thank today's sponsor, Neptune Nibblers, a little nibble of Neptune in every bite. Today's show is Kaylee Stanky's Awake in a Field. We open with people sitting in the waiting area of an unusual clinic. Next.
Oh, that's me.
Name and reason for visit.
I don't know if you can help me because, well, frankly, I'm not even quite sure where I am right now. What is this place?
This is just a dinky little general service clinic, kind of like the help desk for a business, except for our whole village. I'm just the receptionist, though, so I just direct people to who can help or where they need to go.
Ah, well, I actually have no idea where I am in the world. I woke up in one of the fields outside of the town, but I don't know how I got there.
Pardon me for intruding, but I couldn't help but overhear your predicament. My name is Detective Swanson, and I'm an independent detective, and I believe I may be able to help you.
All right, I'll take the next customer while you waste your time. Next.
Wait, what do you mean waste my time?
That fellow there isn't telling you everything. He's not an independent detective by choice. He's independent because he got kicked off the force. He lost his marbles, went completely nuts, and was screaming and crying at his captain. He was insisting that he had a wife but couldn't find her anywhere. No one believed him, for obvious reasons. He tried to pull up some evidence, but all it was photos of him all by himself. He'd been through some pretty bad stuff while in the force, so I guess it makes sense he finally snapped. Anyways, he's been trying to find something to give his sad life some purpose, so he waits here all day trying to find a desperate sucker that he can help. He always ends up scaring away the people out of the village, and we never see them again. I get paid by the hour, not per person, so I couldn't care less what he does.
Oh, thank you for the information, I guess, but I can take all the help I can get.
Come on now, doll, don't listen to her. Let's go outside and talk about your situation. So, to start this investigation off, I want you to tell me everything. The whole situation.
Well, for starters, I have no idea how I got in this town.
Village. You mean village. Our population isn't big enough to be considered a town.
Okay, village. Anyway, I don't know how I got here. I woke up in one of the fields on the outskirts of the village, and so I wandered in and tried to find people. Side note, you really aren't kidding about having a small population because I literally saw no one on my way to the clinic.
I knew you were different.
What?
You can feel it too. You can tell that there's something off about this place, can't you?
Well, obviously there's something off. I've seen a total of 3 people, including you, in this entire village. Plus, now that I think of it, I haven't seen a single animal or even heard a bird sing. And may I remind you, I have no idea how I got here.
Whoa, keep your voice down. We don't want anyone to pay more attention to you than they already have.
What are you even going on about? Who's this they?
They is the people of this goddamn village. If you do something out of the ordinary, they stare at you with unblinking eyes, dark as coal, and you feel a burning in your throat. Before you know it, you're choking and gasping for air. I've had it happen to me a couple of times before. It doesn't stop until I pass out. Then I wake up alone in that field. You, a new person, a stranger to this village, have caused some ruckus. They don't like new people, especially ones with at least half a conscience. I think you're like me, or at least somewhat like me. I think the only thing setting us apart is that I can remember.
You woke up in the field, like me.
Yes, except every time I wake up, the village is slightly different. Like the baker sign will be in blue lettering instead of red. My theory is that I get reset in an alternative version of this reality every time I do something they don't like.
Wait, go back a bit. What are the rest of the villagers if they're not like you or I?
I haven't been able to figure that out yet. They always seem to reset me before I can make any major discoveries.
So, I was wondering if you would be willing to tell me what that receptionist was talking about with how you got kicked off the police force and everything.
I was wondering how long that curiosity would eat at you before you broke. Anyways, I have had a wife named Lorraine, and well, everything was great. We had a beautiful house, and we were having the time of our lives. That was until she started noticing some of the strange things about the village and its people. She would tell me about the odd ongoings she would notice on her daily strolls. I didn't quite understand what she was talking about because I never saw what she meant. She would point at a dog and ask me what I saw. I would obviously say I saw a dog. She would look at me kind of disappointed and tell me to look again, but this time to pay close attention to how it moves, to how it breathes, to how it exists. I would look again, and to my surprise, I noticed the dog wasn't moving like a dog. It was moving like it was in water, even though it was on dry land. I looked into its eyes, and they looked empty and rotten and dead, like it was some horrible imitation of a dog. At the time, I tried to rationalize it off by saying it probably had rabies or something and was just dying, but my wife knew better. I should have trusted her. If I did, maybe... No. Anyway, one day when my wife left for her morning stroll through the village, she didn't come back. I assumed she had just taken a longer route and maybe was picking up an extra loaf of bread, but it'd been an hour or so longer than she had ever taken, so I started to worry. I went out and tried to find her. I couldn't. I couldn't even find anyone out on the streets to ask if they had seen her. I was getting lost at every turn, as if the roads were changing as I was walking on them. I gave up searching for her on my own and ran to the police station. It felt like I was running through water. I wasn't getting anywhere fast. It was excruciating, but I eventually made it. I burst through the door saying that Lorraine was missing. Everyone looked at me bewildered. I ran to my chief and told him to send out a search party for my wife, and all he did was let out a little chuckle and a remark that I didn't have a wife. I was furious. This was not the time for joking, so I yelled a bit, insisting that they must find Lorraine. He started looking a little frustrated and worried, so I persisted and pulled out my wallet to show him the photos of Lorraine and I. He laughed at me and called the rest of the crew in to look at my wife. They all burst out laughing too when they saw the photos of me standing all by myself. Every single one. Lorraine was gone, and no one believed me.
Oh my. I'm so sorry that happened to you. I can try and help you find her, if you help me find out how to get back home.
It's no use. You're just going to be reset and forget everything again, while I have to live on, remembering for eternity.
What? No, I won't let that happen. I won't get reset.
That's cute, 'cause you already let it happen. Lorraine.